Alright, hello and happy Saturday, folks. So, about to jump into some more city skylines tonight. I'm sorry I'm a little bit slow getting started. Just making some tweaks and tunes for the channel here. And we'll be getting started in just a minute. Hey, Lone Star. Good evening. How you doing? Alright, we're just getting started. Haven't really started yet. I just started the stream a couple minutes ago. Did I see new DLCs are coming for cities next week? No, actually I didn't. I know some of the new DLCs for consoles arrived. But from what I understand, they were some of the DLCs that we already had for PC. Do you mean like brand new DLCs? Alright, let's see. Ones that are already for PC. Okay, yeah, I did see that. Green Cities, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, matter of fact, one of the YouTubers that I follow, who does a lot of city skyline stuff, he just started a new series, because he plays on console too, and he started a new series based on, green cities, which I did pick up for PC when I bought PC and some of the new DLC a few weeks ago. But since I'm still kind of in a learning phase, and this is pretty much still my starter city, I haven't added any of the new DLCs for PC, because eventually I plan on transitioning to. I haven't added any of the new DLCs on console because I plan on transitioning to PC eventually. But since I'm still kind of kicking the tires with my starter city, I don't have access to that yet. Hey, King. Welcome. How you doing? Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. So during the last stream, when I set up my incineration plants for the first time, I think they were just kind of starting to get used, just really getting started. So I'm taking a peek in on them at the beginning of the stream here. Yeah, glad to see you as always too, King.
Listen closely.
Hope you're staying warm and comfortable in those chilly 60-degree temperatures down there.
Pop soda, belch the best.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. We had a warm up all the way to something like 29 degrees today, so heat wave for us. Ooh. Yeah, so I had a little road trip a little bit earlier. Took a little day trip out to one of the, basically out to the country a little earlier today. Uh-oh, I hear fire engines. Do we have a fire nearby? Oh, wait, we got a fire in the forestry zone. Uh-oh. Let's see, where are our fire engines? $29 is still better than minus 29. Hey, you got that right, man. No question about that. And I mean, I can't complain. I mean, you know, a couple of my Twitch friends have been, you know, reporting, you know, serious sub-zero temperatures in different areas of the country. So I'm really not complaining too much. All right, so I heard fire engines, but where are they? Oh, is that them? That's one anyway, just one? Usually they come out like about 2 or 3 at a time. Let's see what happens. Alright, it's got a lot of traffic to go through. And I don't want to see a forest fire start around here. I mean, this is the forestry district. Well, at least the traffic pulled over for him there. That was nice. Just one engine now. Hope he can handle it. Alright, so we got 2 firefighters, we got 1 hose. Okay, he's got some backup there. Two more engines, or 2 more firefighters, 2 engines now. There's a 3rd one. Okay, here they go. I guess they got held up in traffic. Alright, so the business fire is put out, but somebody got to get that forest fire over there. I mean, this is a forestry area. Oh, come on. Nobody's going to put that out? Wait a minute. Oh, come on, guys. Somebody's got to put that fire out. I am not comfortable. I mean, come on. I mean, seriously. How? I mean, that seems to. I mean, is that a bug in the AI? I mean, the business is on fire. They put that out, but the firefighters just leave with a forest fire running? Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they're coming back around the block. Maybe they figured out their mistake. I mean, this is a forestry area. I mean, I can see this thing turning into a disaster if you don't put that out. I mean, there's nothing but wood around here. Oh, come on. They got to get that put out. Lone Star, have you seen this before? I mean, how do they handle forest fires? Be happy you don't have the natural disasters DLC or this would be spreading? Really? Okay, well that's good to know, I guess. Okay, they're putting it out now. Okay, man, I was getting nervous about that. Oh, thank God. But that seemed to be kind of inefficient. But I think probably what happened was it seemed like maybe they, you know, the AI had already pre-pathed to come to this business and put that out. But they had to go all the way around the block to figure it out, you know, to come back and route to this, you know, to the trees. I mean, because maybe they parked already, you know, a unit past that, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, why couldn't they just back up and put out the fire there? It's like they had to get their hoses on the trees, so they had to go all the way around the block and come back, it seemed like, which is whacked. Or why couldn't they just go out to the intersection and kind of make a U-turn, you know? Or just make a U-turn. Yeah, make a U-turn. See, like that truck in yellow right there? I mean, he's making a U-turn in the middle of the street. Why couldn't they just do that? Or he tried anyway, but he failed. I don't know. Some AI pathing issues there. But, well, they got it done, I guess, so. Anyway. Sorry about that. I was getting a little nervous there. It's like a little too much excitement for the beginning of the stream here. I mean, it seems like every stream now that I've had you know, a playthrough in City Skylines, I've had a fire of some sort starting up. Where'd those guys go anyway? See a lot of lumber trucks, but I've kind of lost. Oh, there they are. They're down there. And I don't know. I'm just getting a little nervous about that. So. Anyway, while we're following them back to the firehouse, to, you know, basically just trying to analyze their pathing a little more. So I hope you guys are doing good. So let me see. I missed a couple items in chat there. King said he's actually running ZAC at the moment. Oh, Lone Star says rub it in. Yeah, right, Lone Star. Close call, yeah. And Lone Star says, your forestry doesn't catch on fire since it's a snow map. Ah, okay. You know, I didn't remember making that route connection there, kind of around the back side of my forestry in my last stream, but I'm glad I did. Otherwise, I mean, it might have taken them even a little longer to kind of get into the area. I might have to think about setting up another fire station a little closer to the forestry area. Maybe the response time will be a little better. I mean, it was kind of no harm, no foul, you know, other than the one business and the trees immediately adjacent, there was no real damage, but... On that note, you know what? I'm going to do a quick inspection. I want to find out where are my... what does my fire coverage look like overall? So we have a station here that kind of covers... Well, originally they were set up to cover the original industrial zone. Then I have another one down here that kind of covers my residential zone. Looks like their coverage is pretty good. And I think that's it. I think I just have the 2 fire stations. I think I might want to put another one kind of in this area to protect this residential area and get maybe a little bit better response time into the forestry district. Another station would be Rise. Yeah, I think so too, Lone Star. So let me see. What we have here already is... what's this here? I think this is a police station. Probably wouldn't hurt to have a fire station right next door. So why don't we do that right now? Especially since I'm planning on expanding this residential area here. It's one of the things I kind of want to do. for this playthrough, this stream. All right, so their coverage is pretty good. Man, they made a lot of people happy, even back down into the residential area. And I'm gonna do a quick save. Oh, there's some layout changes here. That's interesting. Okay, pretty cool. Let's do a quick inspection and see how about our electrical and water coverage here. So let's see, are they, whoops. They have water coverage, that looks pretty good. And we'll check on electrical coverage, and they already have electrical spreading from across the residential district, so that's good. Alright, so hopefully that'll work out. And they have 25 engines? Really? Wow. A lot changed? Okay. There was an update to version 6.0. Oh, okay. You know what, let me, well, you have a second. Let me see if there's, is there anything here that tells me what, you know, if I'm on the latest version, I guess. Oh, there it is, yeah. Version 6.0, so I have it. So release 1.9.3, I'm not sure what the B is. Build number, 35799, version 6.0. New free buildings, new trees. Oh, okay. All right, so let's continue there. All right, so I think our forestry industry is going pretty good. But as you can see, our demand is really starting to spike in a lot of other areas. So the one thing that I want to do is immediately start building up some more residential. And I think what I had planned to do, at least one of the things I was thinking about, was expanding this area here, kind of our labor support zone, our industry support zone. So right now, yeah, we've pretty much zoned out everything that's here. So we have some new construction in this area already. I kind of thought we were already full, but I guess not. It looks to me like there was still some empty lots here. And a new radio station. Oh, really? Oh, you know what? And King's probably happy to hear that, because I think King wasn't really feeling the radio station we were playing too much last week. Sorry about that, King. But our choices were pretty limited. Let's take a look at that. Let's see. The radio stations are here. Okay. Okay, even the radio panel itself is a little bit different now. What is this one? Official Mars Radio. That's new. Oh, we're actually playing a new radio station. It came in by default. Because what I had been playing the last couple streams was Cities Radio. So right now, I guess it came in with that by default to give us a sample. I don't know. I think it sounds pretty good. Yeah, we are tuned to it. Okay. King says all good. Thanks, King. Also, King, I shot you a whisper last weekend. I don't know if you picked it up yet or not. I get the impression you don't check your whispers on Twitch too much, but if you get a chance, take a peek at it and let me know if you're okay with what I sent you. All right, so let me unpause. I think I have a bad habit, Lone Star, of while I'm figuring stuff out, I pause the game a little bit too much. I mean, and you know, watching some of the YouTube streamers and trying to get tips on some of this stuff, I think I'm better off if I just let things run, because in the meantime, I'm making money and I'm gaining population, right? But I don't know. I'm always nervous about something getting out of control. Where would the whisper be? Usually, well, it depends on where you are. If you're on a web browser, usually there's a tiny little tab somewhere along the bottom row of the web page while you're watching, and it looks like a chat box, like a cartoon speech box. And if you click on it, you can pick up whispers, and if you don't know, whispers are private messages basically. So it'd just be a direct message from me to you, and you can see who sent you a message. You can reply to it that way, things like that. If you're on the mobile app, there is on the main page, there's the same thing, like kind of along the top row, there's a little thing that looks like a cartoon, speech box. And if you click on that, you can get all your whispers from, different people there. Usually if somebody sent you a whisper and you haven't responded to it yet, it'll have like a little red dot on it just to let you know you have new messages. But if you're not used to doing whispers, you might not know to look for it. Check it out when you get a chance. Okay, no problem, King. Alrighty. Remember to have a look at the new unlocked taxi stand. Oh, okay. Well, one of the things we did on last week's stream was we did place our first taxi depot, I think it was, right? Yeah. But now we have a taxi stand. That's new. When a taxi cab is not busy, it will return to the closest stand to wait for a fare. Unless the depot is closer. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That sounds handy. It's not too expensive either. It's only $1,000. King says usually watch Twitch on the Xbox. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do that sometime too. Like when I'm just kind of chilling in the living room and I want to watch everything on the big screen. But usually if I'm watching Twitch on the Xbox, I'll just have the display there. Because I don't think there's whisper support in the Xbox app. But usually I'll have the mobile app, kind of handy on my phone, and because I'll prefer to chat that way, because it's easier for me to type on the mobile app than it is to type on the Xbox app. I mean, they have a facility where you can, enter and get a keyboard and do, chatting there. But I usually find it easier to just chat using the mobile app when I'm watching the big screen. Alright, so here's our new taxi depot that we placed last week. So right now it says taxis in use 8 out of 25. Okay. Taxi cabs starting in their shifts here. But it sounds like with that new building, the what's it called again? The taxi stand. We can kind of use that as a satellite stop. So that sounds to me like the good thing that would be placed somewhere near like our commercial district that we kind of have built down here. You would think, people would like to take taxi cabs to and from commercial districts. And this is kind of our highest concentration of commercial area. Oh, look at this. We have everything else unlocked too now. We have the high density residential, commercial, and office zones finally unlocked. Yay! And you know what? I'm seeing that blue bus going by. That's reminding me that one of the things that I wanted to do last week was to extend the bus zone into our new residential area, kind of to the south. So I want to hopefully remember to do that as a priority today. Let's see, 30 of 30 passengers. So yeah, those buses are pretty full coming through here, which is good because I think when we checked last week, we found out the blue line wasn't really used that well. Matter of fact, there was a pretty good info view. Let me see if I can remember how to access it. That showed us transport routes, maybe. How the bus lines are being used. Let's see. Is it this one? There it is. So for example, here's our blue line. And it shows, wow, every bus on the line is full to capacity right now. Look at that. They're all full of 30 people. And then it shows kind of the stops along the line, what the busiest stops are. So for example, this is our busiest stop. Currently 29 people waiting for a bus there. So this line is kind of the interchange between the industrial line, our yellow line, and the blue line, which kind of runs down our main commercial district and into the old residential, the original residential section. Lone Star GG, you beat me to it. I noticed it right when you did. And let's see, so that's where our blue line runs, but there's the yellow line that interchanges with. So it makes sense that that would be one of the busier stops, because that's where our residents would go to pick up our, to get, the bus to connect to their jobs if they work in the industrial zone. So, let's see. Also, the busiest stop in the commercial zone, or the industrial zone, it's not really that busy right now. So there's one in the forestry area. There's two in the forestry area, really. What is that one? That one's in the main industrial area. There's one kind of, this is our closest point of interchange with the red line that I have.
Our coffee technicians are trained to make a variety of coffees and sugary coffee themed drinks just as you.
Oh, I have a stop over by the new plants. I didn't realize that.
So drink it and let them.
And then, okay, that makes sense. That's the interchange with the blue line. It makes sense that would be pretty busy. And let's see, so the other ones are...
We just received a letter from Magdalene, who works as a psychologist.
So then we have our green line. Let's see, where's the green line? So the green line goes into our secondary residential area.
Everything can't be resolved through facts.
And I think we figured out on our last stream, that's the busiest line we have. There's more daily passengers taking that section, the green line, than anything else. And what's our busiest stop there? We had this stop. Yeah, and I think that's the same thing we saw last week. It's that stop right there is the busiest stop in the green line. And I think that's because that stop is our interchange with the red line. And then if we look at the red line, we'll see the busiest stop is, let's see, where's that one? That's kind of right here. That takes people into the shopping district. And it also gives them an interchange with the blue line. So I think we have pretty good connectivity between the 4 bus lines that I have up and running. And from what I've learned from other, City Skylines players, your sim citizens, they don't mind transferring from line to line, as long as they have connections to get to where they want to go, someplace else in the city. So they will do commuting. But the one thing I need to do now is I have to get kind of our very newest residential district, this place in the south here, some bus service. So originally I think my thought was I was going to extend this green line into that district, but I think our green line is really still high capacity. Hey, good morning, Silk. Welcome, how you doing? How's the city running? So far, so good, Silk. I mean, things seem to be running pretty smooth right now. And we're just kind of, looking into how some things were going. We had a little bit of excitement at the very beginning of the stream. We had a near forest fire, actually, kind of up here in our forestry district. And let's just say we didn't have the response time that we were looking for from our fire station, which is kind of all the way over here. Yeah, this was our firehouse, and the fire itself was kind of way over here. And the fire was actually at this business right here, which they're back up and running now, and actually they're looking pretty good. So it looks like they repaired all their damage, and they're back in business at full employment, and they're doing pretty good. So, but as a result, we decided to put in a new fire station right here to kind of protect that forestry district as well as protect this part of our residential section. But other than that a little bit of early stream adrenaline, everything seems to be running pretty good. Sook says you're doing okay, dealing with some sinus headaches, though you're being stubborn and trying not to take painkillers. Oh, okay, Sook. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad to see you. Glad you could join us for a little bit tonight, or this morning, or whatever time it is where you are. Yeah, I guess it's early AM where you are. So I hope you and hubby are doing okay, other than sinus headaches, which are, of course, no fun. Alright, so at this point, what we're starting to do is analyze our mass transit. So we kind of figured out that our new residential district kind of here is unserved by any bus lines. And so what I was trying to do is I was thinking about either extending this green bus line into that district or giving them a new bus line altogether. And I think I'm kind of leaning towards the latter. Only because the green line that serves kind of, the main portion of this, the second residential area we had built is already the busiest bus line that we have, and they're already running at capacity. So I think I'm going to give them a new bus line and try to connect those to some of the other areas that are already up and running. Yeah, it's 2:45 there, right? Hubby's doing pretty good, but he's just gone to bed. He spent the day with a couple of friends playing a board game. Oh, okay. Remember to have a look at the newly unlocked medical clinic building. Okay. Well, you know what? Let's take a look at that, because we did have some new unlocks last weekend, and I really haven't had a chance to look at them all. So let's see. We had a medical clinic already unlocked, but we now have a full hospital. Look at that. As well as a new cemetery. Oh no, that's our original cemetery. I think we already had that. And we also have... No, that's not unlocked yet. Crematorium is not unlocked. But this is new. Yeah, our new hospital is unlocked. And if Lone Star is still hanging out, Lone Star, I see some difference now in our tab navigation. So kind of when you come into a specific building type, we automatically get the help pop up for it. We don't have to click on it directly anymore, which is pretty handy. It's a nice feature. Alright, so it's nice to have a full-scale hospital. But that looks like something that would be a little bit more appropriate for our downtown area, which we hope we can get up and running sometime tonight. Alright, but a couple things I want to do. So number one, I want to kind of get a bus line up and running into our newest residential zone here. Sorry, where's my transit tab? Here. So I want to do that. The other thing I'm thinking about doing, let me do that also before I lay down my bus line, is I think also I want to start connecting. I want to put another outlet into our traffic circle here, our roundabout, and give them kind of direct route into our residential zone here. I think that's something else I want to do. And I want to start zoning out some more of this residential area and build out some more, both here and here. So first, let me start with connecting up kind of this traffic circle area into our residential. I just want to kind of give people an easy way to get from the highway into this area without having to come all the way down our main drag and then all the way kind of down this secondary street and then into the residential zone that we built here. I think that's kind of a, I don't know if it's an inconvenience, but I think we can give them some additional options. All right, so let's see. So we can do this a couple different ways. We can kind of make a backdoor connection into this area, which is kind of unused right now. And I'm not sure exactly how I want to zone these. I'm thinking about maybe building some commercial in here. I'm not sure if I want to build homes in here, only because some of these lots are kind of small. But in any case, let's build our first road connection. So maybe we can do kind of like a very small connection here. Let me see if I can figure out a nice, elegant way to put that in there. Well, actually, I need to keep in mind a traffic circle is one way, but I'm going to need two connections, a way for them to get off the circle and to get on the circle from this area. So let me think about this for a second. Yeah, we got it. We have a lot of new unlocks to look at. Did I stream at all last night, King? No, actually I didn't. I didn't stream at all last night. I was planning to originally, but I was a little tired, so I didn't quite have the energy for it. Quite the way I wanted to go. Let me undo that. Alright, try that again. Or maybe it's not quite the connection I wanted. That's okay, let's try it again. can actually make that connection. That's interesting. Let me try something else. Let me try a connection from here. Yeah, that's not much better. No worries, you're pretty tired yourself? Oh, okay. How's the weather? Yeah, it warmed up a little bit today, Silk. I was telling King, we almost got to freezing today. So I think our high today in this area was 29 Fahrenheit. So, now see, that's the curvature I'm looking for, but I wanted it to curve into that connection, but it doesn't look like it'll snap the way I want. And at this point, I'm probably just being a little anal about it. Let me try something else. I might be going about this the wrong way. Let me extend this way first. And then see if I can curve it the way I want to. Because basically I'm just... This is aesthetic at this point. Oh, I also put down the wrong road type. Darn it. Alright, let's clear that. I got the wrong road. Alright, so let's do that again. Alright, so I'm just trying to stick with the same road type we already had. Then we try the curve. Oh, it was curved. Darn it. Alright, let's try that one more time. Straight. I forgot to select straight last time. Not going to get the geometry I want as the bottom line. Sook says your weather's hovering around freezing as well. Still getting more rain than snow. Grumble. Yeah. Let's see. Well, I think I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do, I think, what's easier that the game wants to do more than what I can do. So, before I forget, what I am going to want to do is keep in mind that this is a one-way road. Excuse me, the residential street itself is two ways, but I want this to kind of be a one-way ramp, more or less. That's also a two-lane street. I don't think I actually need that to be a two-lane street for for our purposes. So let me see. Is there a one lane? There is not. What time do I think I'm gonna stream to tonight, King? You know, that's a good question. Hard to say. So I've already been streaming about an hour. To be honest, maybe another 2 hours. I'll probably see myself streaming until about 11 p.m. Eastern. More or less. Yeah, because it seems like, you know, once I kind of start getting into, you know, city skylines, my stream tends to run a little bit long. So I might even go past that time. I don't know. We'll see. But probably at least till 11 o'clock, I would guess. Because I have a number of things in my head that I kind of want to accomplish right now. And, you know, since I'm still pretty much a new player, I'm not the fastest at getting things done. So, yeah, we might be here a while. So we'll see. But yeah, if you're thinking about ducking out and coming back later, no problem, you know. Hey, there's the Zykes.
Cities, skylines, strip vibe.
Thanks for the bid, Zykes. And welcome. How you doing tonight? All right, so let me see. What I'm looking for is my on-ramp. I'm doing okay, Zykes. Man, just stay warm. We had a heat wave locally today of, you know, almost 30 whole degrees, huh? Woohoo. Ready to break out the shorts. But it was better than the single-digit temperatures we had the last couple of days. Oh, okay. Here's what I was looking for. So what I was looking for is... well, two things. Number one, I want to do a change of direction. And I wanted to change this from a two-lane road to just a highway on-ramp if I could. But so let me see. Upgrade first. So there's our on-ramp. All right, so that wasn't too bad. I mean, all we need is a one-lane, you know, outlet kind of here where they can get onto the traffic circle and do what they want to do. The other thing I want to do is change of direction, and I think highway on-ramps are just one direction anyway. Yeah, that was unnecessary. So I think that's going to be okay. All right, so let me see if anybody actually comes out this way and picks up the traffic circle. This is a new outlet. So we got, that looks like, hang on, that looks like a taxi cab there. Let's take a look at that. Is that a taxi cab? It is. All right, so here's our first taxi cab working in the residential zone since we placed the taxi depot last week. Let's do a follow on them and see where they're going. So right now it says transporting passengers to Elbow Park. So he's going to take the brand new on-ramp there. And he's picking up the traffic circle. Opportunity circle, as we call it. Silk said, did I see that your hometown managed to make the BBC News? Not necessarily for the best of reasons, though. It does kind of ring a bell, Silk. I'm trying to remember what I saw. Okay. So I think our taxi already dropped off a passenger, because now it's picking up a new passenger. So I kind of missed where the old passengers were going, but at least they're busy. Oh, they're going for a pickup. They're empty right now, but they're going to a pickup. Okay. So it says they only make the news for weather or disasters. Coldest city in the States a few days ago, minus 30, with a wind chill was minus 54. Oh, okay. I don't know, Suck. I think I heard those temperatures being beat recently. Well, actually, those are similar temperatures to our friend Chainwheel, who was hanging out on stream last week. Who, by the way, is actually one of our mods now. And he's in Iowa, and he was telling us that they were looking at it somewhere in the minus 30s with wind chills around minus 50 also. So yeah, but you know, Iowa and you know, South Dakota, right? Same area. So yeah. All right, so it's good to see our taxi service is getting some work. So let's go get back on task here. So we connected our residential area onto the traffic circle, which looks like that's going to work out pretty good. But then I also want to do an off-ramp from the circle into the residential zone. So I'm going to place that. And I think what I want to do first is, let's see. Actually, I was going to put a straight segment, but I don't think that's necessary. I think what we can do here is start a curve placement, bring it out to about here, and then connect there. Actually, I think I can make that a little bit nicer. Out to about here, and then curve it in. Yeah, that looks aesthetically, oh, I had it for a second. Aesthetically a little bit more like what I was looking to do. Let's try that again. But now, Silk, I know it's been really, really, you know, super duper cold in the Midwest in general this past week. I thought you were going to tell me something, you know, a little bit more, fortunately not, a little bit more, you know, frightening, like maybe there was a, you know, mass shooting or something out there. King says, glad you live in Florida. I'm glad you do too, King. Silk says, yeah, northern Midwest is getting hit pretty hard with eastern North Dakota being so flat it doesn't help with the weather, you suppose. Oh, okay. It's North Dakota. Okay, for some reason I keep thinking it's South Dakota. I don't know why. Sorry about that. Alright, let's try this one more time. Maybe I'm just connecting off the wrong junction. What I should be doing maybe is coming here. Let me freeze things. Then coming here, and then turning off, maybe? Maybe here? No. Nah, it doesn't like me connecting from that hotspot, I don't think. Let's try something else. Maybe something like that. It won't let me do that. It doesn't like that connection. Aha! That looks like exactly what I was trying to do. Let's see how that looks. Well, it's a little bit more abrupt than I was looking for. Ah, that's too bad. I mean, it probably would be functional, but it's not quite what I had in mind. Crime isn't too bad in North Dakota, thankfully, yeah. Not a very dense state in terms of population, okay. I'm just glad that you don't get to hear really stupid questions anymore. I used to get asked if you had electricity, if you still used covered wagons. Yeah, really. Well, you know, I was telling King, I took a trip out to local countryside here. Because, I mean, for those who don't know, I live in Pennsylvania in the United States. And I'm in the Philadelphia metro area, kind of the southeast part of the state. But one of the nearby western suburbs in this area is Lancaster County, which is kind of, you know, country. And, you know, they still have a lot of farmland and whatnot out there. But also, Lancaster County is famously inhabited by the Amish. And, you know, for those who kind of know, you know, what Amish culture is and everything. And I was out there today, and I mean, you know, one of the things they do is they shun technology. And, you know, while, you know, you drive in that area, you'll see them, you know, riding in basically horse and buggy. I mean, not far removed from, you know, covered wagons, to be honest. So, I mean, you know, it's not that far-fetched, I guess. Sook says, if you had lived on a dairy farm, you sure you would have churned your own butter? Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember taking elementary school trips out to, you know, farmland in Amish country and things like that. Alright, so I'm just trying to figure out how to make my connection from here. Let's see, curve tool is set, yes. So maybe try spot a little bit further back. That would be good if I could just get it to connect where I want it. Just doesn't want to work with me from that spot. Alrighty. Alright, I give up. I can't quite get it the way I want it, so I'll just have to let it have its way. And the only thing I want to do is change this to a one-way. Let me try that again. Yeah, welcome back, Lone Star. Oh, maybe I need this one. And I have to do an upgrade. There we go. Alright, that's what I needed. Alright, let's unpause that, see if that works out at all. Alright, so we see residents are using the on-ramp onto the circle pretty good. I don't see anybody using that off-ramp too much yet. Hey, Duffies. Oh, there we go. Now we got some off-ramp traffic. Okay. So I guess it just took a while for them to kind of calculate that into their existing pathing. Oh, we got some pedestrians crossing the street there. I don't think I like that idea. You know, that reminds me, Lone Star, one of the things I always kind of forget to do when I'm planning streets and whatnot is plan for pedestrian paths. That's something I've kind of got to get into the habit of doing. Matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, let me take a look at pedestrian roads. Where are those? I think those are under landscaping, right? Yeah, gravel paths. They're for pedestrians. Also, I keep forgetting there's bike paths that you can have, and... Oh, okay, they have pavement paths for pedestrians also. Whoa, I'm starting to get some backup here. Actually, I think we noticed this last weekend, too, that this ramp gets very busy at certain times of the day, mostly during the early work day. Doesn't stay that way all day, but there's certain times where it really starts to back up. And I'm going to have to try to figure out how to fix that. You know what? I'll come back to that. Let me stick on priorities. So the first thing I wanted to do, I've done. I've connected the traffic circle to our new residential area. So we have a place for them to kind of get on the circle and get out to the highway, and a place to get off the circle and into the neighborhood without having to go all the way down the main drag and then all the way back around kind of this long block this way and get back into this neighborhood. So I think that's going to work out okay. The next thing I had wanted to do was we want to add a new bus line into the residential area. So let me see if I remember how to do that. How do you add a bus line? How do you add a bus line? I'm trying to remember. Let's think. So I go here. That's for Metro. That's for taxis. Lone Star, if you're still hanging out, how do I add a bus line? Let's see. Lone Star might be lurking and not immediately available. Let's see. Oh, here it is, bus line. So, place bus stops to create a line. Bus stops need to form a circular line, right? Buses are automatically sent out from a depot. Okay. So I found it here. So basically we're going to start a new line. So I think what I want to do is similar to what we have our green line. I kind of want it to... Actually, I take that back. What I started to say was I kind of wanted to run more north and south into this part of the district, and then probably connect it up to like with our red line or something. But I'm not sure that's actually what I want to do. I think what I should do, well, first of all, I want it to connect to our major attractions in this area. So what that would start with is we placed a botanical garden in our last stream here. So we kind of have to support traffic and tourism into and out of that area. Then we also have a high school in this area, kind of right across the street from that. And then we added, I think just down the street from that, an elementary school, if we can find it. And here's our elementary school. So I think it makes more sense to kind of have a bus line that runs in this area between these attractions, also to kind of connect some of the residences. But maybe primarily we wanted to kind of run up this main drag here and then connect both with the green line that's going to kind of run here, and the blue line, which is our main shopping district. So this one maybe run a little bit more for our map north and south. Am I still facing a fresh water crisis, Lone Star? No, I think right now we're kind of hanging tight with water. I don't think we have an issue. Let's take a quick look and see what our status is. Yeah, we're operating a pretty high capacity. We don't have any complaints about people kind of getting sick or anything. So I mean, we're still kind of polluting this area of the bay, but we had moved these water stations down last stream. Hey, some cruise ships out here. Look at that. And if you also remember, Lone Star, last week, following your advice, we placed, I think, 3 water towers. So, yeah, we got a water tower here, here, and another one, I believe, up here near our forestry area. Oh, right here. Kind of between the forestry and industrial zones. So, yeah, we're doing okay for water for the moment. Eventually, we are going to have to probably do something with these inlets, probably by the end of the stream, I'm guessing. Because that pollution just keeps on spreading and spreading, man. We gotta definitely have to solve that problem soon. But yeah, but right now we're kind of holding serve, so to speak. All right. But what I'm trying to do right now is get our residential area here set up with a new bus line. So let me think about how to do this. So yeah, I think what I want to do is this new bus line, I think, should mainly come down this main drag to serve our botanical gardens, our high school, and our elementary school here, and then connect this way with our green line, and then come this way up into the shopping district and connect with our blue line. I think that's the best thing we can do. So let me think about how to... Actually, I'm going to pause for a moment and think about how to route that. Because I want it to run somewhat like this green line to serve some of our residences kind of in this portion if we can. But I don't want it to snake too much. I mean, people from this area will walk up and catch a bus here. Let me see. Do we have any commercial in that area? Usually I put like corner stores and neighborhood stores in certain places also. Alright, so this area down here is almost 100% residential. We don't have any local corner stores, which surprises me. Normally I put a couple corner stores kind of in an area like this. At least I would think I had, but I didn't in this area. We do have some here. Alright, let me think about this for a minute. Don't know if that's going to make sense. Also, if I bring my bus line down here, I need some place for them to turn around. I mean, this is the last street we kind of built out, so... I mean, I could have them come down this block and then make this turn up this way and kind of loop around here and come down. I suppose I could do that.
Colossal Ore. We are the leading producer of minerals, ore, and natural resources, which means you're benefiting from our services whether you know us or not. No matter what.
You know what? Trial and error. Let's just start placing a line while things are paused, and we'll just see how it goes.
Our miners back in the mines where they feel at home. Together we can reunite
let's see,
minerals with the people who love them. Colossal Ore. More than ore.
This is Mars official radio with Penham Escalin. One of all the letters we received today comes from Earth, from my old astrophysics professor, Aldous Lincoln. Dear Penham, I am delighted to hear that you're working on Mars. It must be fascinating. You will inspire your listeners to examine thrilling realms across space, time, and matter. You are always welcome to a full-time position on the faculty here if you ever return to Earth. Take care, my friend. Love always. Dear Professor Lincoln, I don't know what to say. Please roll the next song.
Ready? So let's see, that gives them service kind of down this area from the high school, the botanical gardens, the elementary school, and then connects here to the other high school and to the green line. So now I would say we bring them up into this area. And then bring them up this block. Maybe a stop right in front of the park. Maybe like right here. And then they're going to need some place to turn around. Maybe I bring them up the street here into the shopping district and have them come around the block and back. Or maybe not. Maybe, is there any way for me to just have them make a U-turn? Probably not. I mean, I guess I'd have to have them come up the street and make a turn this way. Let's try that. I mean, I don't want them to have too much overlap with the blue line, because I don't think that makes sense. But I just want them to be able to turn around and get back and mainly serve this area. Maybe just keep up this street and then come down the other way. Let me think, where else could they go that would make sense? I don't know if this makes sense. Let's just put it in and see what happens. Down this way. Maybe here. Alright. Back up the street. Maybe now's my opportunity to kind of wrap them into this neighborhood. Kind of get them some service around here. Alright, well, they look like they're happy about that at least. Problem is, I don't have a good place for them to turn around. Oh wait, they will turn around. Look at that. Oh, okay. They'll make a U-turn there. I didn't realize that they would do that. Let me see. If I went to directly click on this, what would it do? Oh, it would loop up on that side. Okay. That might not be horrible. I don't know. I'm starting to think this route might be a little too long, but let's put it in and see what happens. Alright, so that's our new line. I kind of think that line's too long now, I really do, but I think all our other lines, our first four were kind of a little bit more direct. I don't know. I may rip that up and do it again. Let's see. So that is this line. Let's unpause and let that run for a little bit, see what happens. I mean, there's no buses on it yet. They still have to dispatch buses from a depot, I believe. But I think that line was a little bit too ambitious. I mean, the main thing was I wanted to serve the schools here and then connect it to the green line and the blue line. I kind of got in trouble where I was trying to figure out, once I got up into the shopping district area, how to get it to turn around. And I needed some place where it could have maybe done a U-turn, and I don't quite have any place built like that. Kind of if I built like a little cul-de-sac or something right here, that might have been a good place for it to do a U-turn and then turn around. You know, let me take a look at that. I saw a trick from a YouTuber that I've been following that basically said traffic will do U-turns if you just give them like just one tiny little segment of road. I think the problem is this area is kind of built up. Like I built this park here, and then immediately adjacent to that I kind of have this police station. So I didn't really give any place where they can kind of do a U-turn. Unless if I move something, then I could build out kind of a little stub road segment here, and the bus would do a U-turn there. But I have to move something to get that to work. And I don't know if I want to do that. Especially since while I was doing that analysis, I saw that this building here just got built brand new. So businesses are still doing pretty well up here from what I can see. So I'm reluctant to kind of knock something down I mean, just for, you know, a U-turn, right? That doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. But let's see. So is anything actually running on our new line yet? So let's see. There are 9 vehicles en route. They don't have any passengers yet. Well, that's discouraging. But maybe they're still being distributed from the depot. Oh, I stand corrected. So there's one vehicle. Let's see if we can find it. That has 30 passengers already. Oh, there we go. So this bus is full. And let's see where they're going. I'm not sure I'm crazy about that color either. I think I want to change the color of the line. I mean, what is that? Forest green, looks like? Alright, so he's going to the elementary school, but see, he's already full. So... he's not going to be picking anybody up, that's for sure. And then he's going to stop at the high school, and again, the second high school, and again, he's got people to drop off. I mean, he can't pick anybody up, but maybe he'll drop off some students here. I don't know. Let's see. Yep, so some students getting off here, or some passengers getting off here. I shouldn't assume they're students. Going on up into our OG residential neighborhood. And another stop here. But if we look down the line, for example, the next bus behind him has room, and then the bus behind him has room, and another new bus coming online behind that one. All right, so that one was dead empty. Now they're picking up. They just picked up. Now they're up to 13 passengers. Okay, so I think if we have a little patience, we'll get to see our service even out there. And like I said, I think what I might do ultimately is I might reroute that line, because I think that line is a little bit longer than what I had planned on. And you don't want, people sitting on the bus line too long. So I think I might remap that a little bit later. But at least we have some service now, mainly to our schools in this area and our new botanical garden. So I'm happy with that. Let me, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to see if I can repaint that. I don't want to do that. I want to repaint that line. How do you do that? Oh, here. Okay. So let's make that, let me see. So we have RG, YB covered. Let's make it like a light blue. Something like that. Lone Star, you approve? Okay. Yeah, I still think that line is too long, though. I'm going to remap that later, but right now, at least we're getting some service to our residents, and I'll figure the rest out later. All right, folks. So our handy dandy break timer went off a couple minutes ago. So what I am going to do at this point is take myself a quick break. And I'm still in the process of trying to break myself of the habit of always not taking enough breaks while I'm streaming. I tend to sit too long, and even when my break timer does go off, I tend to ignore it. But I'm going to honor it right now, take a quick break. And thanks everybody for dropping in, hanging out with us tonight. So in the meantime, please enjoy some of our chat games and whatnot. And I'm going to take a little bio break, get myself some refreshment, and I will be back very shortly. All right, thanks a lot, and I'll be right back. All right, folks. Thanks for your patience. I'm back. All right. Alright, so pardon me while I finish munching on my apple here. Alright, so we got our bus routes planted. We connected up our traffic circle with our new residential neighborhood. Thank you, Daffys. And let's see. So among our other projects are, and I'm going to pause quickly, which is probably a bad habit, but I think it's warranted here. So we can see kind of the lower right-hand side of the display here. I demand the spiking for industrial, for residential, for commercial. We have a lot of each that needs to be zoned new.
So come on back and be reminded that you're not actually that good at bowling. Andy's Bowling Alley. This is Mars Official Radio with Penham Askelin. Stay tuned, enjoy, take a break.
So one of the things I did want to do was I wanted to start expanding both our residential areas. So since we kind of bought a new tile, this tile really to the south of our area is brand new for us. This is someplace we want to expand into. But what I kind of envision for this area is using some of the more high density zones. So high density residential, high density commercial, and office space to kind of build up more of a traditional, metropolitan downtown area. But I'm not quite sure exactly how I want to lay that out yet, so I'm not going to tackle that right away. But I do want to expand this area, and I think I'm also going to take a look at expanding a little bit more into this area for residential. I'm going to do the residential expansion first, mainly because I don't want to run the risk of, not having enough labor when I do expand the other two zones. Hopefully we kind of learned that lesson when we built up the forestry area here. You can't just build up an industry without laborers to support it. All right, so let me take a look at how this is zoned. You agree, Lone Star? Alright, so I have some new specializations here. That's not what I want. What I want is to look at the dimensions of our existing zone is what I want to look at. So that's here. Okay. So let me look at that. So I think... Oh, I just realized I made a mistake the way I drew this. I can't extend these roads from here without kind of clipping these residences at the end. That's a mistake that I made when I painted the district. Crap. Although, I might be able to come out the other direction a little bit before I extend the road. I might be able to do it that way. Wasn't quite what I had in mind, but that might still work. Alright, let's see. I'm trying to upgrade. I want to paint the road, so let's start straight. Okay, well that would work. I could do it that way. Get away with it on the other side as well. Yeah, clearly can't go that way because that'll cause demolition. Hang on. But I can go that way. Okay. That might save our butts. Or at least save their houses. Alright, so let me think about how I want to do it, though. Also, let me check in here, because I thought I was leaving enough space to expand the road from this way. Yeah, it looks like we'll be okay if we go that way also. Alright, so we have some options. Let me just, let's go from this direction. So we'll start here. Sorry, no, you're not happy. Let me see, how dense do we want to make this? guess pretty dense. I think we'll just follow the same footprint of the, basically the block in front of them. We'll zone that for residential. Oh, wrong one. And we'll just fill in here. I'm just going to fill in this way. I think that's okay for now. The other thing I probably should do, though, is I should probably extend the district. And also have to check to make sure we have water and electrical coverage as well. Let's see how that works. That's good enough. And check utilities. Alright, so that should spread pretty easily. Alright, so we got some new construction going on. And hopefully they'll go from one side to the other so that we will have electrical coverage coming up the right way. Alright, we'll check the plumbing. Alright, we are going to have to extend the plumbing though, so let's take care of that right now. Utility coverage, it should be okay. And as soon as we witness our residential demand settle in a little bit more, then we'll address the other ones, commercial and residential. Matter of fact, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to take a look at our commercial coverage right now, because I think when I built this area, I didn't give them any commercial institutions here, so I mean, they could use like a couple corner stores or something in this area. Yeah, you know what? Let's add a couple of those right now, because we have enough pent up demand for commercial that we can start placing, you know, a couple stores or something around here. So, for example, how about kind of like here? Zone that commercial. Same thing here. Maybe same thing on this block. This way. We'll even fill in these couple lots here and see if anything builds up there. Maybe some, you know, coffee shops or something. Alright, now we're getting development in our back row here. Although our residential demand is still kind of holding the same level. It's not really filling up the way I was hoping it would. Or settling down the way I was hoping it would. So I might go ahead and add some more zoning residential here. Maybe a couple more blocks or rows. And then I'll probably go down to our other new neighborhood there to the west and do the same thing. Add a couple more blocks of residential. But let's see. Looks like we have some new commercial going in. Let's take a look and see what we got. So here we have Quiet Corner Shop. Oh, that's nice. Pride themselves on being quiet. That's good. They want to be good neighbors. We got another one here. And they just went into business. Or they're not operating yet. I guess they'll get there. This one's operating. Doesn't say it has any employees yet, just says operating. And then here, a couple things built really quick. There's a convenience store. That sounds perfect. And another convenience store. Alright, good. They fit right into those lots. I mean, I kind of thought those lots I zoned on this corner were pretty small. But, those are actually, they look like nice-sized businesses. I was afraid of, I don't know what I was afraid of. I thought they were just going to be small little rinky-dink shops, I guess. But they look pretty good. Alright, so and then we have another general store under construction here. Alright. So, that didn't do much as far as putting a dent in our commercial demand, but I think it'll serve our residents here. And let's see what we got going down here. So what are these businesses complaining about? They want educated workers. Okay. And one of our problems is, so far we haven't set up our university yet. So we have a couple high schools, we have a few elementary schools. We do not have our university, our first university up and running yet. So that's something I have to get going soon, but I kind of planned on, once I got the kind of more of the downtown area going here, I kind of saw the university kind of being somewhere in this area. Well, I'm thinking about it. Let's take a quick look. So our university is $75,000 construction cost. Student capacity of 4,500 and no noise pollution. Okay. So one of the things I was worried about was whether or not the university needed to kind of be farther away from the residential areas because of noise, but there's no noise pollution there. So maybe I can change my train of thought a little bit there. Start thinking about getting that university up and running sooner rather than later. Because over the last couple weekends on stream, we've been seeing a lot more businesses, you know, having requests like this one for more educated workers. And a couple of them we saw, or at least I saw, go out of business. And I mean, I don't know that it was entirely due to, you know, not having smart enough people to run the business, or if it's just, you know, just a normal cycle. Daffy says those students are such a nuisance. Yeah. Party animals, right? But hey, it says in the game that, you know, there's not much noise pollution, so maybe those fears are unfounded. But I don't know. I just kind of saw the university being part of more of the more urban downtown area. But it doesn't have to be that way. All right, we'll get to that. Let's see if we can settle a little bit more of our commercial and industrial demand here. So, commercial, I think I have some more space around here where I can set up maybe a few stores in our residential area here. So, for example, does it make sense to do it here? Maybe we could zone this area. That's a pretty good block of, that would be a pretty good stretch of commercial. Tell you what, let me, again, because I've been bitten in the past, let me just do part of it. And let's say out to about here.
Packages. The packaging specialists are proud to present a box on both your houses. The
Do a little bit at a time, let that build up, and
the family rivalry that nearly destroyed it. It's a tale
come back
about
and see how it
opening your
goes.
home, finding acceptance, and inventing the most efficient means of shipping and packaging that mankind has ever known. Proving that to find what's in your soul, you have to
Man, our residential is like
and
never satisfied.
box,
People
which
want
is
homes, huh?
your
Jeez.
and that truly is the greatest box of all.
All right.
Tune in every Wednesday at 8 for this once-in-a-week time television event, A Box on Both Your Houses, presented by
All right, let's zone some more residential down here.
Specialists.
This is Mars Official Radio with another letter from one of our listeners. Hey there, Penna. What's up? You are so cool. Almost as cool as the music you play. Just kidding. Would you like to meet up sometime? Maybe have a glass of wine and a donor? I feel that we could talk for... I feel that we could talk and talk and talk for hours.
All right, so for those who didn't know, Lone Star told me at the beginning of the stream that we have a number of new updates that were released recently, especially for the console version.
It's time for
And one of the things that came with the new updates was a new radio station. So that's kind of what we're listening to right now. This is actually Mars Radio, it says. We had been listening to Cities Radio the last couple of weeks. So, man, some serious police activity going on tonight. Alright, let's take a quick peek in and see what's going on. Inspecting the crime scene. Uh-oh. You know what? We haven't looked at our crime stats in a while. Let's take a look. Let's see. Low crime rates. Jails are filling up, though. Alright. Well, I guess police are doing their job with what they have. We're not seeing crime being out of control or anything. So what are these guys doing? Responding to a call at the Birdsong residence. Uh-oh. So where's that? Right here, I guess. Well, that was quick, whatever it was. Would have been nice to kind of get some details about it, but I guess it doesn't work that way. Well, 2 people living there, 4 people living there, and they seem happy, so alright, well, whatever. Alright, so let's see. So back on our original task, so we're looking to zone some more residential. Alright, so we built out a new section here. And And that looks like that's filled up pretty quickly. Let me see. New businesses that went in here should be up and running by now. See how they're doing. Operating normally. Same here. More police activity. Wow, busy night. Must be a Saturday night. In game. Lone Star, you like the classics radio? Okay. Let's see. So they're doing okay there. And where's the other ones? Organic food. So I guess these are pretty much supermarkets? Pretty big buildings for supermarkets, but okay. Well, you know what? Something just occurred to me. I totally slipped my mind earlier, is that we don't have a school in this area. And even though I put the schools out policy in this zone, kind of reading notes on it a little bit more, I found out that there is still a certain percentage of the residents that still will use the schools. So I think it makes sense to at least put an elementary school up here and, you know, for them to serve what portion of the population that they can. So let's see where we can put that. We already have police and fire station here. We've got... Actually, I forgot we have this park up here also that was put in last weekend. This is a Japanese garden. That seems like that's going pretty good. I mean, we have a lot of space. We could pretty much put an elementary school anywhere. Likes it offset to that side too much. I think I'm gonna drop it right here. Actually, before I do that, let me just make one check. There's a bus stop around here. Where is the closest bus stop? There's one here, then it routes up into the industrial zone here, and then there's one there. Lone Star, do you know if I can insert a new bus stop without deleting and repainting the entire route? You wish your bus routes were as good as mine? Thanks, Lone Star. Oh, here we go. Press A to drag or add stop. Okay, so I can insert new stops. All right, so I think it makes sense if I put a school in here, I should add pretty much a bus stop right next to it. So maybe some of the kids from the other districts would still use these schools even if my local, you know, kind of back to school policy kids don't use it. Although I would hope, you know, we're not, you know, using child labor around here. I would at least hope elementary school age kids would use the school. All right, so let's drop that in there. All right, so that made them happy. And let's see if we can get a bus stop inserted pretty much right there. And you know what? I don't know why I didn't think to put a bus stop here, because we have a tourist attraction right here. So I should have did that last week too. I wasn't thinking about it. I mean, it'd probably be overkill if I added 2 lines here, but because look at this, there's a lot of cars parked here, and I'm sure that's all because, you know, everybody wants to go to the Japanese garden here. I think I'm going to put it, maybe I'll split the difference and just put it here. Put it on this corner. Here we go. And you know what, I wasn't sure how well it would work out if I tried to place it here anyway, because when you place a bus stop, I notice it makes a slight indentation into the sidewalk. And our Japanese garden is kind of almost right up on the edge of the sidewalk, so this might be a better compromise here anyway. Alright, so we got that done. Alright, in the meantime, down here we added some more commercial. So that built up pretty quick. But we can never seem to stay ahead of our demand, so I think I'm going to build out some more streets here for residential. Think about how I want to arrange this, so straight tool, yes. Alright, so we got a new achievement. Rolling in dough, earning 15,000 per week. Oh, nice. Alright, so let's see, we extended one street there. Is that the right street, or did I put the wrong street type in? No, that's right. That's okay. Matter of fact, let me add a little bit more this way. And I'm going to add another one out this way. Not too far, because I don't want them too close to the highway. Let's say about a block up this way. Right. I'm going to come out 2 more here. You. I'm going to try to match this way. Oops, not there. And alright, so we're kind of approaching the end of our current tile here. this up this way. And yeah, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and build this to here. And zone that for residential. Get those neighborhoods going. Same on this side. And fill in here. Lone Star said that roundabout is working well at the city's entrance. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be doing okay most of the time, Lone Star, but I did notice early in the stream, certain times of the day, this one off-ramp, you can kind of see it here as I zoom in, backs up. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Maybe changing traffic controls in this intersection, trying to give the off-ramp the right of way, you know, something like that. I gotta do something to give them a little bit more access, to keep them flowing. So yeah, if you kind of zoom in and look at it, you know, there are some blemishes. Matter of fact, look at all the logging trucks coming out of our area here. They're kind of getting backed up. So it was working well, but you know, as we kind of increase in population and we get more businesses, we're starting to see some capacity issues. So that's something I'm going to have to work on. Oh crap, I made a mistake there. Darn it. Man, I was just about to de-zone those set of tiles right there, so that right there wouldn't happen. Somebody builds right in the middle of the intersection. Oh man, I didn't mean to do that. All right. I can de-zone that, I think. So let me do that real quick. So whoever these new homeowners were that were about to build right in the middle of the intersection, sorry for your bad luck. But you gots to go. Sorry about that. So I think they will deconstruct and move on. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But hey, I like to think maybe the city will reimburse them for their hardship. Alright, so we'll let that go. And then, before that happens, actually, let me check to make sure these other areas are zoned the way I want. Alright, so we'll go to there. Again, trying to stay out of the intersections in case I decide I want to expand the road. And, alright, so let's let that go. And... Uh-oh, what happened? A couple failed businesses there? Too bad. A lot of businesses still wanting educated workers. Yeah, I guess I gotta get on my my university soon. Alright, so I think I built this section out as far as I can. I don't think I dare go any further because now I'm starting to encroach on the section here that I had mentally pictured for starting the downtown area. So I kind of need to start doing that, I think. Hey, Rio. How you doing? Alright, so I'm guessing maybe I should bulldoze those. Lone Star says, Maybe I need to work on a highway for the trucks to use in the heavy traffic ban in the city. Okay. Let me do two things though. First, let me see about these businesses that failed. Alright, so clothing store and a supermarket. Let's bulldoze those, get them over with. And we'll see what else moves in there. Yeah, this is not looking so good. I think I need to seriously look into redesigning this interchange. Yeah, that's pretty bad. It was starting to slow down a lot last week, but now it's really bad, so that has to be redesigned. Let me pause that for a second. Where's the view that allows me to look at traffic controls? This one, I think, intersections. So you know what? I had built this little, curved section here before I had built this interchange. And I did that mainly because I had a bus route that was coming down here, my yellow line. And I initially needed a section for them to turn around, so I built that just for a bus U-turn. But since then, my buses are routed a different way, so I don't really use that anymore. Maybe I can remap this off-ramp to kind of connect into that directly and give them an entrance here without kind of having this conflict. I don't know if that makes sense, me saying it out loud, but for example, let me think about this for a minute. So what I'm talking about is demoing here. Let's back up and demo, not there, here. And then instead, bringing a line, or basically this intersection. Sort of like this.
Are we accountants? Well, it's a complicated question, probably requiring the services of a lawyer and an accountant. Is that us? Well, what do you think? Seems to me that there's a lot of you out there who might need the use of the law accounting, but
actually,
that's not legal advice.
Let me change this also.
In fact,
This geometry doesn't have to be like that. So instead, bring them. Let me think about this for a minute.
At the Forest Foundation, we care about four things. Tree things.
TSW tonight, Rio.
Third thing, bird things. The homes of native birds are being destroyed and environment rate.
No, probably not tonight. It's getting kind of late in the time zone where we are here. Maybe tomorrow though, Rio. Alright, let's see. So instead, we extend that run from here. Although, Rio, you missed, I think it was Wednesday night. I had a midweek stream, and I streamed some World of Subways.
Our songs are simply the best, and my hosting is too.
Let me not do it that way. Let me do it this way. Now we can curve it a little bit, I would say. That might work a little bit better. Come on now, East Coasters, West Coasters, respect each other here. Alright, and with that I should probably change direction. Actually, I should have just done that one way. Let's see, can I upgrade that? Probably. Oh, going the wrong way now, though. Let me do the same here. But, change direction. Here. Here. And that one's still going the right direction, okay. Maybe that'll work a little bit better, I don't know. Tell you what, let's run that and see how that works out. So, Rio, how you doing? You been playing any TSW yourself? Oh, wait a minute. Somehow that's a one-way street. Did I want to do that? I don't think I wanted to do that. Wait a minute, let me think about that for a second. Should this segment here be two-way? I mean, I think it was originally, or... yeah, it should be anyway. Yeah, I think so. Alright, let's let that go. Rio says Patrick Mahomes is going to be MVP in a few minutes. Yeah, I heard that earlier, Rio. Yeah, sorry about your Chiefs, man. They got screwed by Brady like a whole bunch of teams have. All right, that's looking a little bit better. I don't know, Lone Star, what do you think? You think that's an improvement? I mean, because basically they can come off the circle now, coming off the highway, go into a two-lane. They can go left, they can go right, or they can take this cut through and go straight up into the industrial. How about them Cowboys? I'm sorry, what is that? What are those words you're using? I don't know. Is that a foreign language you're speaking? I don't know. We only speak Philadelphia Eagles up here. I don't know about you, but... Uh-oh. Gee, we forgot to give these people back here utilities. Alright. Alright, so let's zone that out while I can. And... just bring this up. Just enough for coverage. We'll bring that over. And let's check the electrical. Alright, well, they're okay for now. They're not complaining about electrical, but hopefully they'll spread in an orderly fashion and bring the electrical with them. Rio says, how much is City Skylines on Steam? I'm not sure either right now, Rio. I know a couple weeks ago I picked it up on PC from Steam for a pretty good sale. I got it for like, the sale price was like $9.95. So yeah, Lone Star might be right, about $15 for current PC version. I mean, right now I'm playing it on console, which I got included with Xbox Season Pass or Xbox Game Pass. So I just did it with that as a trial, but I liked it enough, you know, playing it on Xbox, that I went ahead and bought it on Steam for PC when it was, the heck is that? When it was on sale. What is that just got... Oh, because I zoned in. Oh, was it... Oh, I just saw like that little strip of pavement pop up. I was like, what is that, a spontaneous street? But no, somebody's driveway. Oh, surprised me. Alright, so our residential's starting to settle down a little bit. And I think we can get some more... What the heck is that? That's a pretty ugly house. Yeah, to each his own. And then we can start picking up some more commercial and residential. They are still screaming about educated workers. But those two businesses we bulldozed did fill in already. So what do we got now? General store and a convenience store. Okay. But yeah, I think I got to get a university up and running soon, or we're going to get more businesses like this fail. They're going to want college grads. All right, so looks like so we had our landfill here emptying a while ago. Looks like they're done. They can go back in service now. And now we need to start emptying this one. And how are we doing with this one? Rio, do you like city builders? Games like this? Alright, so let's see what else we're going to do here. I want to take a look at my district. Are we still covered here? Yeah, so we're still covered here. Alright, we're alright for residential for now. You know what, I think our residential district here can also use a little bit more recreation. So they have this one this Japanese garden here, but I think they could use another like a tot lot or whatever it's called for the kids. Carousel Park, one of those kind of things. So let's see what our options. Carousel Park we can put in for $3,500. We can put in the Bouncy Castle Park. That's the one I was originally thinking of. For $4,000. I think those are the only child-centric ones. At least the only ones I have unlocked so far. Oh, there's a theme park. How big is that, though? Oh, that's got a pretty good sized footprint. Alright, I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to try a carousel park. We already have a bouncy castle park, but in another part of the city. Let's try a carousel park right here. Or maybe a different section of the district. Now, I was thinking of putting it in the backside of the district here, but I think that would just create more traffic. And if I put it kind of here in the same area as the Japanese garden, it'll at least still be served by the bus stop that's already here, I think. Or I could just put it right in front of the bus stop, right next to the elementary school. Daffy says, you'll take a bouncy castle next to your mansion? Okay. Well, Daffy's, we can take care of that tonight, you know. Figure out where you want your mansion. Let's put it here. Woohoo! Look at that happiness wave. Alright, so we'll just drop it there. And you know what? Just for science, I was talking about this a little bit earlier in the stream. One thing I never really do too much is I never place pedestrian paths. And I kind of want to try them. So, for example, can I place a path into the bouncy castle park or the carousel park from, you know, I kind of didn't leave enough room, I guess, between some of these other houses. Yeah, if I do that, I'm going to take that residence out. He won? Yeah, I think it was kind of a foregone conclusion, Rio. So congrats to your boy, Rio. Alright. I think I'm not going to bother with the pedestrian path now because I don't want to take out any of our existing residences. You know what? We've been doing a lot of work. Let me save while I can. Well, Rhea, I'm glad you got something uplift your spirits, because I would imagine after last weekend you probably weren't feeling too good after watching the game. Yep, Apple Lone Star. It's kind of what I grabbed when I took my break, but I forgot I had it until just now, to be honest. So pardon me, guys, for kind of munching in your ear a little bit. So other than kind of the residences, you know, really saying they need more educated workers, or businesses rather, things are remarkably stable. I mean, we still have pretty high demand for just about everything, but nobody's complaining about too much. We know we have a problem with, you know, we're going to need to move our water inlets soon. Again, we're playing the game and kick the can down the road with respect to our water supply. I'm probably not going to do it tonight, but starting next week, I'm going to have to do some serious re-engineering. As much as I didn't want to, I think what I'm going to have to do. Let's take a look at our areas, our areas overview.
At Archaea, we've been making the best of mobile phones for
Is I think I'm going to have to buy kind of this tile to the bottom of the view here,
by putting ringtones
just so I can kind of get
make you think your
our
phone's
sewage out of the
Whether you
main
have a
bay.
new phone,
Like I said,
an old phone, or just
you
think
know,
of
last
upgrades,
couple of weeks, I've
make
really
sure
been
you
wanting
always
to
hear your phone in our
reclaim
commercials.
that bay for
It's our
recreation
way of
and
saying, "We hear
and
you."
commerce. You know,
So
cruise
don't
ship
silence when
piers, you
opportunity
know,
calls,
recreational
pick it up.
piers, things
It's
like
for
that.
you. Archaea
And I think
Mobile.
basically I'm going to have to buy that tile to the bottom just to kind of get
You're listening to Mars
a new
Official
location
Radio.
to
I'm your
pump our
host,
sewage and
Pam
try to
Haskell.
reclaim that area.
I left my home country when I was in my 20s. Going to a new culture
The
is a
other
great
option that we're
challenge.
going to have
Over the years, I
is
noticed
if you
how
kind
I
of look
absorbed
to
parts of
the
American
east
culture.
of the
The
map, and
personality
let me see
I
if I
have
can get the
today
view
is the
to
result of that
cooperate.
tradition. I believe
Can't really
that
see it from here.
Americans
Let me
are
zoom in a
better
little
people.
more.
On a meta
Yeah,
level,
right there,
the
there's
exact
a
same kind of absorption is taking place
there's a
right
body
now
of
on
water
Mars.
that if I
Time
buy
is
2
shifting,
more
and
tiles
the
out,
planet will change too, developing
you
according
can
to
kind of
its
see it
very
in blue
evolved
there.
Next track, please.
I can kind of use that either as supply or as sewage. But I have to buy 2 more tiles to get that far out. So that's kind of like more of a long-term solution, or at least a long-term option. But short-term, I think I can buy that 1 tile and kind of start reworking our sewage versus supply problem a little bit better. But probably not going to do that tonight. Probably on the next stream, whenever that is, whether that's tomorrow or next weekend or even during the week. Rio says, did I watch the AFC Championship? No, I actually didn't, Rio. I didn't watch either the conference championships, NFC or AFC. I mean, I saw the highlights. But, you know, I kind of hate to say it. I kind of had a feeling that New England was going to win that game because Andy Reid, you know. Andy Reid is, you know, generally, you know, with a couple exceptions, he doesn't do well against Belichick. So, Chiefs definitely had a chance to win that game, but, you know, I just had a feeling that Patriots are going to prevail again, and I just didn't want to say it. Just like, you know, as big a football fan as I am, probably in, you know, for the first time in my entire life, you know, of football fandom, I'm probably not going to watch the Super Bowl tomorrow. Mainly because I just don't want to see the Patriots anymore. I'm tired of the Patriots. I don't like the Patriots. I would love the Patriots to you know, get their butts kicked by the Rams tomorrow. Sorry for the Patriots fans out there, but, you know, just tired of it. I'm tired of that show, you know. Seen enough reruns by now. So as much as I would like to see, you know, the Rams beat the Patriots, I'd much less like to see the Patriots, you know, win yet another Super Bowl, you know. So I'm probably not going to actually watch tomorrow. Yeah. And, you know, it's just not that important, to be honest. I mean, I'll probably stream instead or something. I mean, you know, and people will say, hey, you got to give the Patriots, you know, their due. You know, what they're doing is historic, you know, having this long, sustained period of success. Yeah, you're right. But that doesn't mean I have to enjoy it, you know. Yeah, Maroon 5 is doing the halftime show. Alright, so, let's see. So our demand is spiking in all three areas again, but for now, our city is relatively stable. We got some more failed businesses here, yeah. Big problem here is just, as they've been warning us, they want educated workers to kind of come in and, I guess, run some of these businesses at a professional level, I'm guessing, is what that means. So what I had really wanted to do was just kind of think out this section, this tile that we bought last week in a more methodical way, and just try to figure out where I want, commercial zones, high-density residential zones, office space, things like that. But all things considered, I'm not going to do that tonight. But what I do think I absolutely have to do is I got to get a university up and running. So I'm gonna, and this might be a throwaway, but I'm gonna lay out some streets, kind of into this area. But I think the best thing I can do is maybe lay it out towards the edge of the zone and still leave the rest of it, kind of for future expansion. So let me think about how I want to do this. So let me think. I want to, in my mind, to see what I want. I'm just trying to think out real quick how best to do it. Let's do it this way. So we'll start with the road we have. I'm going to extend this out a little bit. The same road type that we already have. I'm going to start from here. Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm going to start from here. Alright, so we'll start with a straight tool, come out a little bit like this, roughly, let's come out to about, maybe one more section. I'm going to switch to another road type. But what I kind of want, because we've been laying kind of the small capacity roads just about the whole lifespan of our young town here. And I think what I want is I want a higher capacity road. I just don't know exactly what I want. Because we're going to basically be leading into the downtown area here. So we're going to want higher capacity roads coming into that area. Alright, so these are all 2 lanes here. And what are these again? So these are 4 lanes, 2 lanes in each direction. Looks like with a median. Alright, so let's start from here. So it doesn't have to be basically the same angle as the rest of our town there, which they're kind of offset to the lines of the map anyway. Actually, we don't have to come out too far. But we'll set a basic road type here. And I kind of want it parallel with this line. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want it to start to be that line. Let's do something like that. Alright, so that's a higher capacity road. I mean, look at that. Even lighting is different here. And from here, I want to set up our new university. Alright, how big of a footprint are we looking at? I guess I should have looked at that first before I set the road. Otherwise, we're going to be right up against... Okay, that just worked out. That's right inside the traffic line. That's just about perfect. Or the tile line. Or what I call the county line. And we could pretty much set up our new university right here. Somewhere like that. Let's just do that. And everybody's happy. Look at that. Alright. But we have to set up our utilities. They're kind of far away from everything else. So we're going to have to run some power out there, run some plumbing. Or we could do something a little different. Maybe, instead of running ugly power lines out there, I wonder if we can get this started with a wind turbine. Actually, I think wind turbine depends on wind. We need to kind of actually see if we have any wind out here. That might not be practical. Let's see about that. How do you do that? Where's the view that shows us our wind? I don't know what the word is. Wind capacity or wind, you know. Oh, there it is. So, blue versus purple. Nah, not the best place for a wind turbine. Unless we kind of set it into one of these darker areas and then run a quick power line. So let me see. How much power does it generate? Power output 0 to 8 megawatts. So it's inconsistent. It might not be a best solution. Is there anything about the requirements or power requirements of a university? 1440 kilowatts. Yeah, I don't think the math works out there. Unless I place like several of them. Oh, wait a minute. 0 to 8 megawatts versus... I read that wrong. 1400 kilowatts. So that's 1 megawatt. Yeah, that would work. Right. Thanks, Daffies. So that would work, except, like I said, the power would be inconsistent. I mean, we could try it, I guess. For science, right? Oh, sorry, Rhea, I missed what you said. You said Chris Long won the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. Okay, cool. Yeah, GG, Chris Long. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. I don't know if he'll be back with the Eagles next year, but I'm glad he was here. And, you know, the Super Bowl year... He played basically the whole year for free. He donated 100% of his salary to charity. So yeah, that's a special dude right there, man. I'm glad to see him get an award like that. And this year, I mean, they had he definitely had some competition for that award. All right, for science, I think we're going to give that a try. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a wind turbine. Wait, we have some other options here for other things, too. Let me just take a look. So an advanced wind turbine, what does that do? Puts out as much as 20 megawatts. Oh, but that must be placed on water. Okay, so that's not for land. All right, let's give it a try. So in this area, I'm going to place a wind turbine right here. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to do what I was trying to avoid doing, which is running unsightly power lines. But we just need a very short connection here. And that'll be enough to power our university. And then we got to see about some plumbing. Or we could do in a similar fashion, we could just place a water tower rather than extending the plumbing. Rio, did you, is there any news yet about the Hall of Famers? Because when I was watching NFL Network earlier today, you know, they were, well, today was the day they're debating the finalists. So there's like 15 finalists, but they only pick like, I think like 7 to go in. So I was just curious to see if they made their decisions yet. All right, so let's see. Pumping capacity for that would be 60,000 cubic meters a week. Wow, really? Wow. I had no idea they produce that much water. Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed. Yeah, I figured both of them were in. I was hoping Ed Reed was first ballot. He deserves it. Tony Gonzalez is a no-brainer. They probably didn't even debate him. All right, so let me see. So just for science, maybe we could do something similar. We just place a water tower kind of right on the property or not far from the property. Actually, before I do that, let me see. How far would I have to run piping? Oh, you know what? I don't have to place a water tower. I can just run piping from right down the street here. That makes more sense. Never mind. Let me do it that way. So I'm going to extend... yeah, I kind of didn't realize our piping was already that close. So let's do that. And then we'll just go this way and follow the road here. Doesn't have to come out that far. Yeah, right. Tony Gonzalez was with the Chiefs, right? Yeah, he was with the Chiefs first. I'm pretty sure they drafted him. And then later in his career with Atlanta. Yeah, but I mean, when he retired, he was the leading tight end of all time, I believe. In terms of receptions and, you know, every other stat that mattered. And, you know, until you got guys like, you know, Gronk and whatnot came along. All right, so let's see.
Bring the whole family.
So there's our water coverage. And then we have power.
The old grain mill always has the best.
We connected the power lines, yeah. All right, so let's let it run and see what happens. So the first thing we want to see is we want to see our power lines here energized.
Come down to at the old grain mill, old-fashioned family restaurant, and not the abandoned grain facility at the edge of town. It's not safe for visitors and poses serious.
All right, there's some power. Here comes the power coming in.
Enter that old mill, which was forced to close down years ago. We ordered
all right. Looks like our university is up and running. Woohoo!
So we are not responsible.
We's about to get educated. All right, so our first university.
Great meals every night at the old grain mill, old-fashioned family restaurant.
And somewhere along the way, we need to give our university a name. We didn't name it any of our other schools, but universities are different. I think universities deserve a name. So I'm gonna have to noodle on that a little bit. If anybody has any ideas, feel free to share. I'm probably not going to do it tonight, but maybe by our next stream, you know. If there's any suggestions, I'll just take a look at them and then we'll pick something. All right. So hopefully, I mean, I don't know how long it takes for us to start producing college-educated workers, but hopefully not too long. And I'm also going to be curious to see what kind of What's that smile for, Daffy's? You're certainly not thinking of Daffy's University, are you? Or is it Sharon Stone University? I don't know. Alright. So let's see, do we have any students yet? Oh man, we got enrollment already. 127 students. So let's see. Let's look at our budget for that. What's our budget look like? Okay, so actually our budget is still at baseline, so 100% funding. Stone University, okay. Silk says, I'm going to wander off to bed. Hope you all have a lovely evening. Okay, you too, Silk. Thanks for hanging in there. I thought you probably already wandered off. So Silk, I hope you feel better. Hope you find a way to get rid of that sinus headache. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, Silk. It's good to see you as always. So yeah, sleep well, and we'll see you next time. Alrighty. Let me look at some info views. Maybe we'll get a better idea about that. So. Alright, so university availability is way over budget. We could probably budget down on that until our enrollment goes up. High school is close to capacity. Elementary school is also close to capacity, but doing okay in general. I don't know if Lone Star is still hanging out. If he is, Lone Star, if you're still hanging around, is there anything else I should be looking at with a brand new university up and running? Any metrics or anything that would be helpful? Also, there's no traffic here. So let me see. So this is, you know what? Let me check something else too. Maybe we should run a bus line out there. Whoops, sorry about that. What am I looking for? I'm looking for transport. It's right there. Alright, so that's our new blue line. Actually, looking at this detail, it used to be that our green line was the busiest bus line in the city. Now it's our brand new blue line. Or I'm going to call it the cyan line, I guess. I mean, it probably should be. It's also the largest route we have. Let me see something. So... I'm thinking I should reshape that line and have it run out to the university. I don't know. I wasn't totally happy with the way I laid that route at the beginning of the stream anyway. Oh, wait, we got a fire going on. Oh! Big industrial fire. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3 businesses involved. Man, we've got a lot of fires going on lately, and I just built a new fire station at the beginning of the stream. So what's this? Household goods. This is a print shop. 24 workers. 18 workers there. And what's this one? Best parts. So I guess mechanical parts, industrial parts. 24 workers there. Alright, these two are out. This one's okay. They're all okay, okay. What was that? Achievement unlocked. Climbing the social ladder. Heavy citizen educated. I missed it that quick. Alright, well, I guess our new university's paying dividends in terms of achievements. Where's our enrollment now? Up to 181. Still way under capacity, but I think we can do better. Yeah, residential demand is still climbing. Industrial demand dropped. So I guess that's doing okay. Commercial demand is still kind of high. Alright, so I'm going to do a couple other things before we wrap the stream, which I'm going to do in a few minutes. I'm going to zone a little bit more commercial, because our commercial demand is really booming. So we're going to add some commercial here. Maybe a little bit, just a little bit more here. Not sure what I want to do with this area in general. I need to think about that a little bit. Lone Star, thanks for the host. Appreciate it. And, you know, I had been thinking about this a little bit earlier. I think I'm going to add a little bit of commercial in this area as well. Kind of around this back road leading into the residential. Just to give a little bit more shopping and whatnot, hopefully shopping, to our local residents in this area. Probably even drop in a couple corner stores here and here. Let me change the shape there because I don't want any little strange rinky-dinks going in. That. And I think at this point let me add some residential right here. Whoops, that's a mistake. Let me try that. And I didn't add any on this block here because this is where our high school is. This is where our botanical gardens are. I'm seeing reserving this space for some, you know, cultural or recreational for this area. Kind of the same way that I was kind of reserving this space behind our original high school in these blocks. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to throw down there yet, but I don't want to quite fill in those zones. You know, for future expansion, we'll say. And I think that's enough for tonight. I think we did a lot. Matter of fact, let me save while I can because I'm happy with our progress. We kind of did a lot tonight. So we expanded our residential in this area. We added in brand new fire station here after kind of having a little scary, you know, damn near forest fire in our forestry area. Actually, you know what? I didn't realize we're missing a block of industry there. Let me zone that real quick while I can. Let's see, what else did we do? We added some more residential down in this area. A couple more units of commercial. And we started expanding into what will be our downtown area with a newer high-capacity road where we built our first university. Still kind of weird that I have no motor traffic. Oh, here's some motor traffic, finally. That looks like a police car, though. Is that a cop car? So it is. Well, it's nice to see police are actually patrolling the university area. So much for wild parties. I'm thinking I should probably add some commercial down here to support the university. I mean, I'm sure kids are going to buy pizza and, you know, play video games and stuff like that, right? Just like I did when I was in college. Alright, so I can make a nice U-turn down here until we expand. That's good. And somehow, even though we had like a number of fires tonight, most of our town seems happy and conditions are pretty much stable. So eventually we get some college graduates pumping out. Businesses like this who are looking for more educated workers, hopefully we can satisfy that need. And then as we start expanding into our new downtown area, hopefully we can start supporting some high-tech industries now that we have some college graduates coming up. So I would say right now things are looking pretty good. What's going on here? Oh, this is the one we're emptying, so that'll take a while. And looks like we got a failed business here. Let's doze that. And then I think that'll be our last official action. Before we do that, let's inspect it. Yeah, it's definitely an abandoned building. Actually, before I do anything else there, maybe... It's kind of an awkward corner the way these most of these buildings are like set back, except this one was like right on the corner. You know what? I think I'm going to dezone that section because eventually, when we get our metro system, our subway system up and running, that might be a good spot for a metro stop, right on that corner. So I'm going to dezone it now so that nothing else moves in there. Until then. So we'll just say four futures. All right, folks, and I think that's going to be it. So just in time for the sunrise. All right. And actually, I don't think that new radio station is too bad either. I think it's a little better than the one we had been listening to. So once again, folks, thanks a lot for hanging out. Always appreciate the company. And we'll see everybody next time. And everybody have a great night.